Welcome to the Grande Prairie Seniors Reading Theatre Project to pay tribute to the late Mary Nutting and her book, A Grand Education, 100 Schools in the County of Grande Prairie, 1910 to 1960. This was compiled by Mary in 2010 in collaboration with South Peace Regional Archives. My name is Linda Schofield, and I am presenting Valhalla, School District Number 3130. In March 1913, a group of Norwegian immigrant families filed on land northeast of Hythe and named the new settlement Valhalla. This was to be their Norse heaven. After their homes were built, they turned their attention to the education of their children, and Valhalla School District Number 3130 was established May 14, 1914. Classes began immediately for 16 students in Olaf Horde's house, with university student Nelius Ronning as teacher for the summer. Attempts to attract a full-time teacher were not successful, and the next year, Nelius taught another summer session, this time in the large Ronning house, as there were now 22 students. Meanwhile, the new school board organized a group of men to cut and haul logs for a building. Shingles and lumber were purchased from the Buffalo Lakes Lumber Company, and in the summer of 1915, community members built a log school on the southwest corner of section 1874 9W6. This new school opened just after New Year's 1916, with Alvy Baycroft as teacher. There was no teacherage, so teachers boarded out or used part of the school as their living quarters. One of Valhalla's early teachers was Chester Ronning, who became a famous Canadian diplomat. He taught at Valhalla after he graduated from the University of Alberta in 1916, then spent 5 years as a missionary in China. In 1927, he returned to Canada to serve first as the principal of Camrose Lutheran College, then as an MLA in the UFA government. In 1945, he began a diplomatic career which took him to China, Norway, India, and the United Nations. In 1972, he was named a Companion of the Order of Canada. In 1925, Valhalla and Molde school districts consolidated for a short time, and a second room was added to Valhalla School. The arrangement was that Molde pupils would attend Valhalla for the sum of 90 cents per day, plus the use of the Molde school equipment. This lasted until 1929, when Valhalla reverted back to one room. By 1943, enrollment was again increasing, and a new two-room school was built. In 1951, the newly formed County of Grande Prairie took over the running of schools within its borders. With the closing of the one-room country schools, Valhalla School became a central facility. 3 rooms were opened in 1951, and in 1954, a 6-room school was erected, about 1/4 of a mile east of the original log schoolhouse. A gymnasium was added to the school in 1964. In 1960, the decision was made to van the high school students at Valhalla to Hythe. 10 years later, the junior high students were sent to Hythe, and the high school students rerouted to Beaver Lodge. Valhalla Center School then became an elementary school. For 48 years, the elementary school continued to operate under county and Peace Wapiti school divisions. When closures threatened due to low enrollment, the community applied for and received charter status and continued to operate under their own board of directors. Valhalla School still exists in modern form on the northeast corner of the intersection of Highway 59 and Secondary Highway 723 in the hamlet of Valhalla Center. Thank you.